Hey everyone, Destin here, taking a look at the House of Wolves preview trailer. I'm going to go through a whole lot of content. Some of it's going to be high level, but there is a lot of juicy details in this trailer that I want to get to, so we're going to hop right into it. Most notably is we go back to the Vault of Glass in what looks like a story mission. We will see that in a little bit, but let's start breaking it down. Jumping to 47 seconds, immediately, we see this hunter walking down the stairway here. He is wearing the new bird-like helmet. It is extremely cool. A lot of people are really excited about it, and it looks like he's wearing a new monarchy shader. There's a lot of people dressed in all red. I don't know if that's a House of Wolves thing or if just new monarchy has totally taken over the tower for some reason. Regardless, if we move forward to 48 seconds, we see one of the new ships in the background. Now, we saw this in the Reef reveal stream, and it costs about 18 or 19,000 glimmer, somewhere in there. It is very expensive, but it looks unlike anything else you have seen. Jumping forward to 54 seconds, we actually get to see this pistol here that the Drag's holding. Now, it seems like we're going to get an exotic quite similar to this pistol, and it is actually called the Drag's Promise. So we actually get to wield that exotic. And same with this guy in the background. His name is Skolas. It is escaping me for a second, but he is holding a shotgun sort of fusion rifle, which is another exotic, and then there is a sniper rifle, which will round out the set in a little bit. Let's move forward to 101, where we see our next little morsel that is pretty interesting. So it says new story missions, quests, and bounties. So we know that the pink or purple triangle in the middle is the new House of Wolves content, but the bounty on the right, that is a patrol bounty that usually indicates that you have to go take down a target. And then on the left is daily story missions, I believe. And all this stuff is going to be new, which is really exciting, especially if you've been playing since day one like I have. Anything new is exciting. So we see what looks like, I'm gonna say Warlock just because it's very cloak-like, but this could be a future war cult piece of armor. We're not sure, but the red and blue usually means future war cult. It could also just be a new piece of gear. They've added a lot more color to the armor that you will be obtaining here. If we move back to 114, here we see New Monarchy. This is definitely New Monarchy because of the red and white striping. That is a very common thing that their faction allows you to acquire for participating with them. And then if we go to 122, this is Varix, and so this is Petra. This is where we get the story missions. That's Varix right there, and we'll come back to him in just a moment. But Gone to the Ground looks like a quest from Petra where we're going to stop Skolas from usurping power from the House of Kings on Earth. Yet again, all the missions seem to be themed around this Skolas character, which we're going to learn more about. And if we go forward just a little bit further, we see the first story mission, which is a Kel Rising on Venus, and it is head to the House of Wolves on Venus before their Kel, Skolas, can wrest control of the House of Winter. So Skolas is just wreaking havoc for everybody, and you need to put a stop to him. If we go to 128, we get just a quick look at some of the new ships. So we've actually seen these before, but here they are in action. They look really cool. They have the House of Wolves logo on them. I'll probably be purchasing one of these, but more likely I'm going to get the 18 or 19,000 Glimmer ship. There's a look at Skolas. He is coming to mess up this Guardian who has what could be a new Monarchy shotgun on his back. He's rocking all new gear, and he's going into the fight. And Skolas, just design-wise, I really, really like the menacing look that they've managed to capture with him. He looks like he's made out of fire, basically, or somehow has lava coursing through his veins. Very menacing look. So we're going to move up to 139, and right here we see the new pistol. This is the first time we see the new pistol. It has that blue plating, and that means that you're most likely going to get it from Varix or Petra because they have weapon unlocks, and all of their weapon unlocks rotate, but one of them is definitely going to be a pistol, or we would assume it would be a pistol. And then we also get a look at that really cool Warlock helmet that I'm definitely going to be wearing when the download hits. Now here's Skolas again, another Skolas mission. This time he has 2 servitors hanging out with him. They have a bit different design though, so we don't know if they're going to act differently or just be a little bit more difficult to take on. But this area is an area that a lot of people hack their way into, myself included. You could jump up a specific pattern and actually get here way before launch. So it is in-game currently, and now we're going to be able to access it and actually enjoy some of the content in this location. So if we just reverse this a little bit, we get another look at that gun that he's rocking. That's the new exotic that you're going to be checking out. It is a 30-round shotgun fusion sort of weapon. We don't know too much about it. But if we move forward to 148, we're actually going to see Varix again. So there is a fusion there in the middle. That is the fusion with the blue plating on top of it. We see a new Titan arm, some Titan sashes with some special ammo synth on the second row and heavy ammo synth. The new ships that we saw earlier, the blue and yellow one anyway, and some new shaders. And then that's either a weapon core or an armor core. I'm not quite sure. There, if we move to 158, we see the Prison of Elders, and what's really exciting is that this is a Vex encounter. Now, we actually didn't get to encounter any of the Vex for some reason when we played the level 32 mission, and when Bungie actually did this live, they played the level 34 mission and did not encounter Vex at any time. But rest assured, they are definitely there. Moving forward to 210, we actually get a look at a few of the new weapons. So this is the fusion rifle that we pointed out earlier at Varix that you're going to be able to purchase. It seems to act mostly, unless that's it in action. So that looks like they're using a heavy machine gun. We don't actually get to see the pistol or anything being used, but we get to see that Titan mess up that ogre really bad. There's Eric talking about ultra-hard difficulty mode and needing a good fire team to take on these challenges. We're actually going to hop way ahead to 337. So they're actually showing off all of the new multiplayer maps here, and what's really interesting is that he is actually wielding one of those new exotics. I'm actually going to check something, make sure I didn't go past the part I wanted to feature. Poor Rook Bungie. This guy never gets a break. In every trailer we've seen, he is always the guy dying. Bungie, give him a break. This weapon looks absolutely deadly. So it fires 3-round bursts. It is a 30-round magazine. Actually, that was actually a 5-round burst. So that's almost like an instant kill if you have that particular weapon. Definitely interested in utilizing that to take down some of my fellow Guardians in the Crucible. So if we go to 412... So if we go to 412, we can actually... 358, we get another look at that pistol. I'm going to keep going forward a little bit more. So here is a look at the Scorch Cannon, which is a weapon that this character will actually drop. You're going to see it in the Prison of Elders, and you're also going to see it in this strike mission. This is the Strike Shadow Thief mission, and you can pick it up. It has 2 modes of fire, one where you just shoot it like a rocket launcher, and a secondary where you can kind of shoot it, it'll stick to people, and then you choose when to detonate it. So right here we get a look at a sniper rifle on the back of this cool-looking Hunter. This is the first time we get a good look at it. It is the new exotic sniper rifle. We don't know too much about it. And here is that Scorch Cannon in action. And that was just a random shotgun. A lot of people want to take. Now we get into the really interesting stuff. So yes, you can ascend weapons. If you have a maxed out 300 Fatebringer, you can now level it up to 365 max damage. Same thing with armor. You're going to do this using Etheric Light. Everybody needs to upgrade their Galahorn. It is still the best weapon in the game as far as we know. And here we go. We got a nice shot of a few weapons ascended. So this is that, I'm going to call it a fusion rifle. I'm not sure what it actually is because we haven't been able to equip it, but it looks like the fusion rifle. I believe that's the Abyss Defiant or Oversoul Edict. And on the far right, we are looking at a Fatebringer. And they have a mix and match piece of gear. We're going to assume they're all the same level, though. This helmet on the Titan is new. It looks deadly, and I would not mess with that guy in Crucible. We also saw these bikes briefly. We don't know much about them, but they look a little bit different. This is a familiar area in Venus if you've ever run that one particular strike where you all have to get on the pikes and then go forward. These look to be in the same area, but we're not quite sure. So anyway, here are those exotic weapons I was talking about before. On the left, he is wielding the drag pistol. In the middle, he is actually using that 30-round shotgun fusion mix that fires 5-round bursts. Going back, this rocket launcher on the back looks to have 4 barrels, and he is also holding a sniper rifle, which I believe you can get from the vendors. This stuff looks really cool, but we don't know much about it or about why it's special, more importantly. This is Trials of Osiris gear. You get this by competing in the 3v3 competitive mode where your team of 3 versus another team of 3. The first of 3 losses is out. You're trying to get to 9 wins for the really good stuff. But this stuff looks the coolest. And this is really exciting. So on this screen, for a brief second, we get a look at the 3 new exotics. And there they are. There is the pistol, which is Drake's Promise. We see the 30-round shotgun, which is the middle one, I believe, and then the far left one is the sniper rifle. Those might be flipped. It's hard to tell just based on the little icons. But additionally, we get a look at what looks like a pulse rifle in his primary weapon slot. In his special weapon slot, we get a look at 3 Trials of Osiris weapons on the top there. I believe that is a vendor sniper, though I'm not sure. It's a little hard for me to tell. No, that's probably one of the blue-plated sniper rifles that we saw earlier in the trailer. Vestian Dynasty is right below that. This is a pistol sidearm. So yes, there are going to be pistol special weapons, which is your secondary weapon. So if you really like pistols, you can now have 2 pistols at all times. So you go through your primary pistol, use up all the ammo, then you can switch to your special weapon pistol and just keep going. This is going to change PvP quite a bit, and it's going to be really interesting to see the perks in PvE for using different loadouts when you allow a secondary pistol. There's also the Queen's Shotgun, a fusion rifle of some sort, and then the 3 exotics. In the bottom there, that is a Trials of Osiris heavy machine gun. We saw that in the trailers. He is holding a Trials of Osiris weapon, and his secondary fusion is also Trials of Osiris. Now, this reserve ammo perk seems to be across the board for all pistols, which means it's always going to have ammo on respawn. So you're never going to be like waiting for it to reload. There are some new perks here, but returning ones are perfect balance. It looks like extra ammo, and then we're not really sure about the perk on the end or in the middle. Queen's Wrath is returning. Here's the shot of all the exotics being wielded by Guardians. On the far right, we have the new sniper rifle. We don't know what's unique about it, but I do know it looks really cool. In the middle, we have the shotgun fusion thing. I'm not really sure how it functions. It has a 30-round clip, fires 5-round bursts, and you are not going to want to go up against that in the Crucible. And then the pistol, Drake's Promise, not really sure what it does. Very intrigued. It's an exotic, so it's got to do something cool. And that about wraps up everything that I could pull out of the trailer. This actual section is from the Strike the Shadow Thief. You actually fight a walker inside of a enclosed area, which is a kind of neat way to turn things on their head. This is that area that people have been able to like glitch their way into and kind of check out. Jose Otero, our co-host on Fireteam Chat, actually realized that there are platforms disappearing. So it looks like it's going to be similar to the Vault of Glass puzzle where you have to jump across platforms to complete the mission. And they're giving us the plug there that, hey, Destiny 2's coming. Be ready for it. I was unable to find the Vault of Glass clip, but in one of the missions, you actually fight Skolas in the Vault of Glass, which is really interesting. It's nice to know that we are going to a raid area and that they're reusing those assets in an interesting way that's exciting to players. Anyway, guys, that is it. That is all I have. I'm sorry, that was a ton of information. I hope you enjoyed this Rewind Theater where I kind of went over everything that was in this trailer, all the little stuff, all the big stuff. Hopefully you're still playing Destiny. Check out Fireteam Chat if you are. We talk about Destiny every Friday. It goes up at 5 p.m. And for more on Destiny in general, you're already in the right place. IGN.